welcome back to the chaos. Paul and I have drug our Mustangs out today because why, Paul? What are we doing?
Heading down to Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach for the best day of the year, Mustang week. So unfortunately we're not able to make the entirety of the week, but honestly Friday, Saturday is usually kind of the best day anyway. That's when thousands upon thousands of Mustangs roll up. So I'm excited. I've already seen pictures and stuff. I've got my RTR hat on today because Vaughn Gittin Jr., who, if you don't know, if you live under a rock, he's kind of like this generation's Carroll Shelby.
Yep.
That's how I would attribute him. He has his GTD down there. And not only does he have the GTD down there, but he also has started modifying it. Whereas I feel like if you do see a GTD, which is gonna be rare in itself, it's probably not gonna be modified. So if you haven't like followed his story or know who he is, look him up, look up his GTD. We'll get shots of it today, but that's what I'm most excited for. But again, thousands of Mustangs. So, and this is actually the debut of Paul's OG going to OG Myrtle Beach, because now they have two, but this is the debut of your new wheels.
Yep.
So y'all haven't seen those on the channel. I've only seen them twice, I think, in real life, but he's got the car looking mean and clean this morning, so we'll get some good shots of it, and then we'll get rolling on down to Myrtle Beach. We've hit South Carolina, and I feel like it's not a proper South Carolina trip without a stop at Bucee. So we're gonna grab some food before we get back on the road. Paul and I were indecisive, so we kind of went both the breakfast route and lunch route. So we grabbed a brisket sandwich and a sausage biscuit, and he got a breakfast bowl. So we're gonna knock that out real quick and get back on the road. Well, Paul, we made it, and this looks to be the biggest year yet. I mean, every time we say this, I feel like it's just like, yeah, each year gets bigger and bigger, but I swear, like, we're in like a overflow lot. And I mean, just surrounded by Mustangs, even in this far out from like the main show. But we're gonna go walk through, and I'm gonna try to showcase for you all some of the elite cars, because there's just way too many Mustangs to try to showcase everything. But yeah, looks to be a blast. It's a great day, beautiful weather, so let's head to the show. perfect way to end the day. We're over here taking glamour shots of the two cars together because this is the first time that the OG's actually been, one, unveiled with the new wheels on the channel, but then two, that these two cars have been side by side with these new wheels. So I would say, Paul, that 2025 Mustang Week was a success. We came, great success, Borat style. But we came, we saw, we conquered. We saw the GTD, Vaughn's car. That car is sick.
Yeah.
But then comparing it to Shelby has a Super Snake version, I would say those kind of two maybe on the same playing field a little bit. Kind of like variations or different things on the Super Snake over the GTD, surprisingly. You would think, you know, hands down the GTD would be the superior car, but there's style choices that I like on the Super Snake, and I think you agree, didn't you?
Yeah, but honestly, I would take both.
Sky's the limit. You want to help us, you know, subscribe to the channel, comment, boost that algorithm, help make us some money, you know, help a brother out, that kind of thing.
If you want to see a GTD getting worked on my lift,
that's right. That's right. But that's a wrap for 2025. We're headed back to Raleigh. Thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't already, do make sure you hit that subscribe button. Here at the Chaos Car Club, we are exclusively unexclusive. We love everything from, yes, Mustangs to exotics, JDM, you name it's got a motor. We love it. But we'll catch y'all in the next one.